Throughout this learning opportunity, we will focus on examples of scaffolds that already exist within EL education lessons, using Lesson 8 from Grade 6, Module 3, Unit 3, as well as determine where additional scaffolding may be necessary in order to meet the needs of your students. In Lesson 8 of Unit 3, students are preparing their quote sandwiches to incorporate their information on overfishing and fish depletion to use in their consumer guide. In the first part of this lesson, students review the structure of the quote sandwich using the Model Consumer Guide focusing on fruits and vegetables. In this process, EL suggests showing a model of a completed graphic organizer that is connected to the model essay guides students in the expectations you have of them. After this quick review, students are asked to complete their own quote sandwich using the information they found from their researcher's graphic organizer in Lesson 2. While students are working on their quote sandwich, EL suggests allowing students to discuss their thinking with an elbow partner. EL also suggests seating students who may need additional support in one area to work with them as a group to provide more structured support. After students complete their first quote sandwich graphic organizer, the teacher should refocus students on the next part of their consumer guide. Another component of the guide requires students to include relevant and compelling factual information and quotes about a case study of a fish species that has severely depleted and the impact of the depletion of that species on the food chain. Students will use their researching graphic organizer from Lesson 3 to help them find the information they need to include in this next quote sandwich. Students are asked to work with a partner to go through their researching graphic organizer from Lesson 3 to evaluate their information and quotes and determine which is the strongest to use in their quote sandwich. EL suggests modeling the activity for students to provide them with the expectations of their independent work. It can also provide students with the confidence to work independently, giving you time to support students who require additional support. Linked to this slide, you will find an additional scaffold to support students with their 2 quote sandwiches from this lesson. The first graphic organizer has some guiding questions to assist students in the planning of their first quote sandwich. The second graphic organizer has guiding questions to assist with the quote sandwich, focusing on the case study they are required to include in their consumer guide. In addition to these resources, an extension activity has been provided if higher level students are able to complete this assignment in a shorter period of time. In this extension, students are researching an endangered or invasive species to see the impact of this animal on its ecosystem. Students will complete a raft activity with the final product in the form of a Flipgrid video. This assignment pushes higher level students to focus on their word choice in order to achieve a specific tone in their writing.